to a congested episode of Trojan Arcade. I'm Alma Carranza, and I've been sick since New Year's. Thanks, Obama. Today's episode is all about Cam. We've got his footage from PAX East, his latest music video, and a review of Breath of the Wild. On an unrelated note, I wonder if he and Sam enjoyed their secret island getaway the other week. I'm gonna pop some Mucinex and take a nap. Let's hear the news.
I'm James Lessie.
I'm Cam Greely.
And this is your week in video game news.
After 3 DLC installments, the Bungie action role-playing game Destiny is getting a sequel. Bungie announced Destiny 2 and tweeted the logo of their new game. Leaked posters made their way around online, and it seems that there will be a beta of the game. One of our producers is very excited and loves the game, while I, on the other hand, am not a big fan of the Halo equivalent to the Elder Scrolls Online game. I joined in masses of disappointment as the trailers of the first game promised so much and delivered so little. So hopefully Destiny 2 learns from the backlash towards the first game and creates the Bungie MMO we all dreamed of.
Meanwhile, I just want Battlefront 2. All of the recent Battlefield games have had a paywall issue of the $50 premium pass that has always separated some players from playing with their friends. Finally, DICE has given a response to the player feedback on Battlefield 1 and released a new feature to eliminate this paywall called Premium Friends. Players who own the Battlefield 1 Premium Pass can invite friends who don't own the Premium to queue up all maps regardless if they own the content or not. The catch is that if the player is on the Premium map and does not own that specific expansion pack, then they will not earn XP. In addition, players who not own the Premium are not able to spawn in with weapons and vehicles that are unique for the expansion. The first test run of Premium Friends will start on March 30th. Basically, they still want you to buy Premium.
Our favorite band of misfits is back at it again. Telltale just released the first trailer of the new Guardians of the Galaxy game. And as someone who dresses up as Star-Lord for fun, I'm a bit excited. The game does not take place in any specific canon of the Guardians, so they're doing things we've never seen before with the series. All of the Guardians will be playable, and certain tasks require abilities from certain characters, utilizing their amazing roster to the max. The first chapter of the game is set to come out April 18th, and needless to say, I'm ready for another way to spend my time pretending to be Star-Lord.
Good news for Mass Effect Andromeda. BioWare has heard the outrage and calmly responded with, "It's been a week since we officially launched Mass Effect Andromeda worldwide, and we couldn't be more excited that our fans are finally experiencing everything we've worked so hard to create. We've received quite a bit of feedback, some of it positive and some of it critical. That feedback is an important part of our ongoing support for the game, and we can't wait to share more of our immediate plans with you on Tuesday, April 4th. BioWare also wants people to continue critiquing the game as they are working around the clock to fix the build. The game's lead designer, Ian S. Fraser, stated, "We're looking at patching lots of issues and want to strongly support the game moving forward. I can't say more just yet." He also said that we're currently evaluating various options around Andromeda's character creator. Basically, it's still broken, but hopefully improving.
Mobile developer Joy City announced last Thursday that they will be releasing Pirates of the Caribbean: Tides of War, an iOS and Android game based off the Disney franchise. Joy City stated that players will experience different playstyles with various strategies through building and ship construction and troops training. While we don't normally cover mobile games, our executive overlord Sam Shipp told us that I find Johnny Depp attractive and pirates are cool, so cover the story. We don't have much to say about the game at this time, but if it's anything like Assassin's Creed Black Flag, then we're on board. But you know, it's a mobile game, so the chances of that happening are very slim. But we can hope. We can hope.
Twitch will now be selling PC games and other in-game content. Twitch's main incentive for getting people to buy their games are their crates. Twitch crates are given to game buyers and will include an assortment of items that can be used on its site while watching streams and interacting with other users. These items include exclusive emotes and chat badges. A few of these games that Twitch will be selling are For Honor, Telltale Games, The Walking Dead, and Ghost Recon. The partnered streamers who have joined this new program will receive 5% of the sales when bought from their channel, and the game publishers receive 70% of the sales revenue. Yay for money. And Twitch.
People! This is game-changing. I know it has been a hard couple hours since Club Penguin's online servers were shut down, but as of Thursday, Disney has launched a new mobile version of the game called Club Penguin Island. The mobile game is strangely 3D and so far only has 2 stars on the Apple Store. Apparently, a few of the issues are the required memberships to do anything in the game and game-breaking glitches. They hope that making it a mobile game will keep adults connected to the game, even though they should have stopped playing this game a long time ago. I really miss Club Penguin.
My Club Penguin girlfriend's dead. Anyway. The Nintendo Switch has one purpose and one purpose only as of now: to play Zelda Breath of the Wild, and to be able to continue playing it while pooping. At least that's what was depicted in the video recently released by College Humor, which brings up an interesting point. How will the sales of the Nintendo Switch be affected after people finish Breath of the Wild? Will there be a black market of used Switches running rampant? Will Switches start covering the trash heaps of the world? Only time will tell. And that's all for this week in video game news. Now back to you, Alma.
Thanks, boys. Did you guys know this morning I found a cat up for adoption named Bartholomew? I almost cried. Now then, while the rest of us schlubs went on exotic vacations, Cam went to work. Specifically, he went to PAX East in Boston and rubbed similarly pitifully pale elbows with video game enthusiasts, experts, and fans. Let's see how it went.
We have traveled 6 hours from California to fly to Philly to meet this one, and now we have driven 6 hours from Philly, shut up navigation, to get to Boston. Here we are. We are heading to the hotel. It is the Thursday before PAX starts.
We're about to meet Kevin for the first
We've
time
never met
ever.
Kevin Crust.
And Jensen.
And Jensen.
What on? Oh my God. I have room keys for you.
I'm here with Jensen.
I hate the city, it's freezing.
Almighty Vandals. It's really cool. We're walking to go get some food. We all live on the West Coast. We're all cold.
Warm.
It's 88 degrees where I live right now. And it is probably 40.
At least.
It is so warm right now.
I'm from Chicago.
Shit. It is really weird to sit at a table and just see these nerds here. Like, no homo. He's real. He's really real. Day one.
What's up? Oh, I thought we were taking a picture.
Oh.
But that's awkward, but carry on with the vlog.
Day one. We're getting some flurries out here.
Yeah.
It is a miracle for a Californian.
Yeah, it's weird. We found this stuff. It's kind of like sand, but really white and
Did
cold.
you just get sand all over my jacket?
It's just
I
sand.
just called it sand. We just arrived at PAX. That's going to be fun to deal with.
Where are you supposed to be?
Star-Lord, man. Well, you've heard of me.
No, I haven't.
Get your nerds hurry up. Someone else needs to turn.
What's up, dude? We're in the middle of battle songs.
We're online for the Tattletale. Did I say Tattletale?
Yes, you did.
We're online for the Telltale panel, and we're 45 minutes early, and it's already like a full line of people at this point.
I don't have my full ring.
Why is everyone such a nerd?
What is a Telltale game? Of Telltale's willingness to just, jump from genre to genre and be able to just bend a couple genres together. And I feel like, there's no recent Marvel property that sort of does that quite as well as Guardians.
Okay, so that concludes day one at PAX East. We're heading back to the hotel now. Today was a lot of just walking around and meeting up with people. that we haven't seen in a long time. We got to go to a cool panel. Tomorrow we're gonna actually go perform at the MagFest Jam Space, and we're just going back to recharge for a little bit, then we're gonna go hang out with some people and get ready for tomorrow. Yo, PAX East Day 2. We're gonna go ahead and check out some friends meetups really quick, and then we're gonna go do our performance! Okay, so we're here at the Jam Space. It's about 30 minutes before we go on. There is nobody here. Hopefully that changes, but yeah, we're excited to get set up. We're gonna try and figure out, we're gonna try and make the videos play on the screens here, and hopefully have some fun.
How's it going, everyone? Yay, audience interaction, great start. I'm Cam. I make a channel called Video Game Rap Battles, where I make rap battles surprisingly about video games.
Millions of years for mankind to evolve. Now the hunt's for our cell phones playing with your ball. And it was hard losing my daughters and their brother. As hard as the wood that old gave your mother. Thank you, PAX! Yeah, we'll be hanging out for a little bit, so stick around and chill with us.
I'm a low-effort vlogger. You know, I did vlogging a little while last summer for like my second channel.
Step aside, just my bodyguard. Everybody just stand aside. I need heels. Stop any gold. Daddy! Here's my token celebrity appearance.
Celebrity god. Cam, I've already been. Call me a god or don't even put me in your
Sorry.
vlog.
Oh wait, they're doing a picture, so we gotta be like candid right now.
Candid?
Yeah, you see, that's going on Maker's website.
Of course it is.
Yep.
Why wouldn't it?
Top of the laddie stream morning.
Top of the bosses to high fives. What push?
Wop shoosh.
Top of morning.
There's
Next video.
I'm not even worthy of this anymore.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. That's the
Doesn't
right
even
outro,
care.
right? That's
Doesn't
the right-
even care.
That's the right outro?
It's your outro.
That's my outro now.
Is it mine? Video game rap battles.
Bye-bye. Okay, so we died last night, and now it's day 3. We're going around playing a few games, and then we're going to prepare for our panel, which could be a nightmare. Okay, it's panel time. We got these two nerds. We've got these two nerds, and we've got another nerd in the far corner over there, and then there's Yo Schiller. He's the entire audience. Oh, and there's this guy too. Okay, it's just Yo Schiller. Nobody showed up to our panel. Oh, wait. I've always wanted to do that.
Christian, me, and Mateo all wrote our own verses with some blanks that you guys are going to get to fill in for us. But you're not going to know, like, what's the context of the word. You're just going to give us a random word, and that's going to fit into the song.
Okay. Check this out. The name's Doom Guy, but you can call me occupational hypnotherapist. I exorcise demons while I'm snacking on a plate of fish.
I'm an MLG hero. We've been trainer loves the giant Oregon Trail spare wheel I ride. I knock down the cars from Frogger non-stop. I snipe off their gooch. Headshot.
The name is not for you. Follow me, I'll follow back if you tell me that you got herpes this week.
We just finished our panel, first one ever doing at PAX. It was the last one of the entire show. Like, they're doing no more panels, so best for last, maybe?
Oh, look at that, yeah, it must have been fate.
Yep. Totally not, just shoving us in the worst slot.
We made a rap and it said dildo sword in it.
We're going to go ahead and head out. We're gonna go back to Philadelphia together. We're gonna go film our newest rap battle.
That's all for you today. See you next year.
Bro fist.
Yeah, that was cool, but can he do this? Can you hear? I'm cracking my rib. Never mind. We'll be right back. Welcome back. I missed you. No, not you. You. Now, everyone's been losing their minds over Breath of the Wild these past few weeks, but only one Trojan Arcade host was excited enough to write a rap about it. Can you guess which one? Yes, actually, you can. It's Cam.
As young children, stories of the heroes before us, putting ourselves into their shoes, waiting for our own adventure to begin. And one day, you awaken to find an unknown peril beckoning at your door. The wild call of courage telling you that it's your time. Breathe it in.
Wake up, I hear the voices calling from the past. 100 years in darkness, now I finally rise at last. I emerge from the tomb of the soldier unknown without an ounce of recollection of my name or of my home. Link, the spectre directs to recall our prime, when our kingdom thrived under a night of the hero of time. Why? A dark divine entered the storyline, and the night has been revived to restore the order.
Link, you must remember the glory of our golden kingdom. As my royal knight, you served with our guardians to uphold Hyrule's peace. And recollect the calamity that raked that peace from our soil. Our bravest spirits imprisoned by his hatred. Only you can set them free. Only you can stop the beast.
Yes! I remember, it's the princess, our defender, and as Hyrule's sworn defender, I shall venture to avenge her, and so it seems its adventure is a set off to defeat the vile scourge of Ganon's beast, to have a soldier's soul's release, encounter every ancient memories return to me,
friends I fought aside to crucify the evil king. Despite the fact I died, there is no time for elegies. Now I breathe the divines and have reached my ascendancy.
Link, as the evil shrouds us, surrounds us, the light fades dim. The demon shall soon be born at the calamity's heart. You must go. Return to the core of the forest. Reclaim the key you wielded so many moons ago. And finally, seal the dark.
The child, the prodigy, follow the prophecy, then it would dawn on me. Find the forgotten tree, then I would call on the sword that would properly banish the foe way up under the lock and key. This is a victory written in history, guarded by witchery, shouted in mystery. It may be blasphemy what it is asked from me, but I shall wield this weapon masterfully. Now, I'm never gonna back down. Ganondorf, your future's looking black now. You've rained hell onto the place I call home, and now it's time I send you off into a hell of your own. Oh, the hero of time has come forth, united with his courage and the blade of his sword. Stuff they tell in legends of the heroes before, and when the world
It always had to come to this. The strong, the courageous, the wise, come together once more. You are the missing link. Open your eyes.
As I storm the castle that houses my final battle, the magic finally facing Ganon, breaks free from his shackles. Evil's envoying bodies, eternity we face. I'm suffering in darkness, that'll be Hyrule's remains. Pain, but hope is never lost. The Guardians come together to beat the final boss. With our friendship and redemption, we all cast a final beam, sealing off the hate incarnate, and we can finally breathe.
Hyrule has finally been restored. The darkness is gone, and we can just breathe again. Just breathe.
If you joined us for the Lost episode, you would have seen that Joseph, Wolfgang, and I got our grubby little nerd hands all over The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and it was the best 15 minutes of our lives. Well, we got your tweets, texts, and somehow an extinct carrier pigeon, and you want our full, unfiltered review. Well, we live for our viewers, so here is our review of Breath of the Wild.
They actually did it. After 30 years, Nintendo has finally recaptured the magic of the original Legend of Zelda game for the NES. The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is an example of a game where any small issues you have with it do not affect how perfect it is. There's nothing I can say about this masterpiece that hasn't already been said, so I'll just say what everybody else has already been saying. Breath of the Wild is the big Nintendo Switch launch title, and if Nintendo can keep pushing out games like this one, then they are on the road to dominating the game industry once more. Story time! All is well in the mighty kingdom of Hyrule when prophecies of a dark beast ravaging the land come forth. Spoiler, it's Ganon. Very original, Nintendo. The Hylians have reconstructed these giant animal-shaped mechanical vehicles called the Divine Beasts in hopes that Hyrule's champions can defeat Ganon by piloting them. You are Link, the hero of time reincarnated lifetime after lifetime to protect Hyrule, and you, with the champions, go to war with Ganon. But Ganon manages to take over the Divine Beasts and capture the spirits of these guardians, killing Link in the process. Zelda traps herself with Ganon within the castle until Link can be revived. Now we get to the actual game. You begin with Link's awakening from the Rejuvenation Chamber 100 years after your death with no recollection of who you are. As you leave the chamber, you stand on a cliff looking over the beautiful, endless world that you can explore. As you progress, you hear Zelda's disembodied voice guiding you through the story as you regain all of your memories, free the Divine Beast, and stop Ganon once and for all. Got it? Good. Gameplay time. Breath of the Wild is the first completely open-world Zelda since the original in 1986, meaning you can go through the game however you want. That means you can say, screw the souls of my trapped friends, let's go straight to Ganon. Granted, the many enemies will elbow drop your pixie ass before you make it halfway there, but you get the point. This game does a fantastic job of spacing out the difficulty, so if you try and skip the story and head straight for the end, you'll run into foes way above your level. You could also do the opposite though. You can go through hundreds of hours of this game before even starting the main storyline. There is so much to do and explore with countless mini dungeons and side quests to keep you distracted. Then it hits you that you spent 3 days leisurely fishing while Zelda has been locked into an eternal struggle with a monstrous beast that could destroy the planet for the past 100 years, waiting for you to save her. I love this gameplay style. Instead of just getting a sword at the beginning like previous games, you can pick up any old stick as your starting weapon. Almost every enemy you slay drops their weapon, which is good because one of the biggest complaints with this game is the weapon durability. Most weapons will break after beating a few enemies, which can be an annoyance, but you're constantly obtaining new swords, axes, and spears, so it's not really a big issue. I personally like the durability system, but I prefer if weapons lasted a little bit longer throughout the game. You'll collect all of these iconic weapons, tools, and armor from throughout the series. It's a great inventory system. Going into battle has never been this much fun. There's so many ways you can take on enemies throughout the game, and different situations require you to use different resources. Sometimes you can use brute strength, sometimes you snipe arrows from afar, sometimes you bowl a giant boulder into their homes, crushing your enemies along with everything and everyone that they hold dear. So many deaths. The health system has been changed, and I personally really like it. Instead of enemies randomly dropping hearts for you to regain health, you have to cook food. That's right. In order to save the princess, you must become the chef of the wild. There's so many different recipes to choose from to get back your precious health. What I love is that this mechanic forces you to go out and explore the big open world to search for ingredients. It's a mandatory break from the story just to let you appreciate how beautiful this game really is. The controls are smooth, the dungeons are all creative and fun, and the world is filled with rewards for those who take the time to explore every corner of it. I have no complaints with the gameplay. The story itself is really amazing too. Now, the plot's a bit generic, but it gets the job done. The character development is what really steals the show here. Through flashbacks, we see a history of Zelda and Link's relationship. Zelda worked all of her life to wield the Master Sword and save Hyrule. So when the sword chose Link, Link became a symbol of Zelda's failure and weakness. To add insult to injury, the king appoints Link to be Zelda's personal knight. Being a very studious and independent individual, she hated the idea of having this guy be her personal defender, believing she didn't need anyone. You slowly see Zelda grow more fond of Link the more time they spend together, and leading to Link eventually saving her and gaining her complete trust. It's fantastic to see a Zelda game that actually focuses on the story of Zelda. The cutscenes are beautiful and completely voice acted. The only downside is the voice acting isn't very good. Zelda and the King sound like two 22-year-old stock LA actors trying to do British accents. And since Zelda is the voice guiding you throughout the game, you can really notice how poor the performance is. Overall, this game is easily one of my favorite games ever. I'm giving Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild a perfect Ocarina out of 10. Good job, Nintendo, you did it. And I can't wait to see what Zelda and the Nintendo Switch have in store for us next.
That's all for this week. But is that all forever? No, of course not. We're never gonna die. I'm Alma Carranza. He was James Alessi. He was Cam Greely. You were the love of my life. And this was Trojan Arcade.
You're watching Trojan Vision. For more of your favorite shows, check us out at trojanvision.com and like us on Facebook.